Hello everyone, and welcome back to Shadowverse on the Silent K channel. First a little admin, and then we'll get to the patch notes, and if we have time left in the video after that, I'll be showing off the new Take 2 format. If you want to skip the admin portion, there should be an annotation at the top to skip that, and if the Take 2 is attached to this video as well, then there'll be a second annotation for that. If there is no annotation for that, then it'll be in a second video. I'm not sure how long it will take to go over the update. So first the admin. So last week I was planning on updating some new Satan deck videos, and I did record a little bit over the weekend, but I was just way too exhausted, and then like halfway through the week I got hit with a huge heat wave. So whenever I was home I just felt like lying around doing nothing. But I do still have that on docket. I just want to push through this patch video because it's a little more time sensitive, and then I'll try to get at least one of the Satan deck videos out this week. But for right now, onto the patch notes. So patch 1.2.2. Let's see, pre-registration awards were distributed. 3 Take-Two tickets for anyone that completes the tutorial by September 29th. The English version is available in more regions on mobile, but it's not on Steam yet. Players can now resume battles that have been disconnected, unless it's an actual important one that people would care about. The Bloodcraft achievement for reaching level 20 was incorrect, so you can get Will of Destiny in your chest if you were supposed to receive that. There was a bug where followers could be evolved twice, although they didn't actually get the buffs the second time, so it was just a visual bug. Player scores will be updated correctly after each match. Win streak bonus is now working correctly. Experience points will be correctly displayed. A bug involving Sammy has been fixed. A bug causing cards to be liquefied more than once has been fixed. Blah blah blah. A new mission has been added, Play Take 2. So I guess it's just like a one-time achievement that you get for playing the format. The following 4 missions now require 4 wins instead of 5. So the daily missions for win 5 are now win 4. No big deal. Elite difficulty has been switched to different classes. No big deal. More regions. This is the previous update, which is still part of this patch. Take 2, players create decks on the spot and compete in 5 matches to win rewards, much like Arena in Hearthstone. Rewards based on score during each season. I still don't know much about how the season works. Ever since the game released, it's been one continuous season. I'm not sure if it's going to be 2 months per season, or if there are new rules now that it's quote-unquote released. New card sleeves. New leaders will be added for each class to the shop. And the card sleeves are also available for in-game gold, so that's a good thing. Master rank will be added, which is kind of like legendary rank in Hearthstone, I guess. Elite difficulty for practice matches. Player that goes second will draw 2 cards on the first turn to make up for the second player disadvantage. Cost change to Harvest Festival. This is the first thing I want to talk about the most. The cost of Forestcraft card Harvest Festival will be changed from 2 to 4. Alright, so the major thing we need to talk about is Harvest Festival. Oh wait, it's 4 mana. So that's the whole point of the patch note. I was looking for that too. Okay, so Harvest Festival reads, at the end of your turn, draw a card if at least 3 cards have been played this turn. The developers decided Path to Purgatory Forestcraft was too strong of a deck, so they decided to increase the cost of Harvest Festival by 2 mana. So it was a very controversial change because it did need a nerf, Harvest Festival, and Path to Purgatory as well. But the thing is, at the end of your turn, draw a card if at least 3 cards have been played this turn, which is typical Forestcraft mechanics. But they also have a lot of really cheap cards, and they have cards that can return cards from the board to the hand, making it very easy to play more cheap cards. But that's just how Forestcraft typically plays out. So the card is basically play your deck normally and draw 2 cards every turn, which is ridiculous at 2 mana. If every class could proc Harvest Festival as easily as Forestcraft does, literally every deck would be running it. So it's definitely in need of some balancing. The controversial part is that this nerf was done to rein in Path to Purgatory Forest, but it actually affects all Forestcraft decks. So if they were trying to target Path to Purgatory specifically, then this isn't really a good way to go about it. I do believe this nerf was fair, it just wasn't targeted well enough. If we take a look at Path to Purgatory... Alright, I don't own Path to Purgatory. I gotta go to Create. Now, Path to Purgatory is a 4-mana amulet. At the end of your turn, deal 6 damage to all enemies if you have at least 30 shadows. This card is a little bit ridiculous if you can actually hit the 30 shadows mark. Reason 1, it's really cheap, 4 mana. Reason 2, it's at the end of your turn, deal 6 damage to all minions and the opponent hero. So once you hit 30 shadows, you basically win the game. When the person hits 30 shadows, 4 mana is nothing, so they can play Path to Purgatory, they can play other cards, and then it usually wipes the opponent's board immediately and does 6 damage to face. Even if you have amulet removal in your hand and you play it, you're going to spend a good amount of mana removing Path to Purgatory. You have no board, they have a full board, so you can't really play any much to compete for board. So the turn after that, they've just done a hefty amount of damage to your face and wiped your board. They have like 1 measly minion to deal with, maybe 2 measly minions. They can either rush face, or they can just clear your little minions with whatever they had from the last turn, then spend more mana building up their board, and you have to play catch up from a severe disadvantage, even with just 1 turn to Path to Purgatory. So if you're going to target Path to Purgatory Forestcraft, it would be better to either, not both, raise Path to Purgatory's cost something really high, like 8 to 10, that way they can only play Path to Purgatory that turn, or keep it relatively cheap. Maybe 4 mana is a little too cheap, but around like 4 to 6, somewhere in there. And have it say, at the start of your turn, deal 6 damage to all enemies. That gives the opponent at least 1 turn to respond to Path to Purgatory without having their entire board removed. And I think that would be a little more fair. Like, I understand it's a win condition, but you practically win the game even if this is removed immediately. Just because the opponent has to play catch up so badly, they're probably not going to be able to. Anyway, I don't really have a problem with the nerf to Harvest Festival. It was a reasonable nerf. It's just that it wasn't targeted specifically to Path to Purgatory. It's basically a nerf to all Forestcraft, not just Path to Purgatory. So they could probably take another look at that. Alright, we also supposedly got rewards for end of season. I'm not sure what that would be. Oh, this is new. We got little icons instead of the pictures of the leaders. Probably because they added more leaders to the store, so they needed something a little more broad. We can check out the new card backs. Customize, that's new. Is that just how you set up your favorite sleeves and leaders? Yeah. New sleeves. Rage of Bahamut. This is a free item. I like that price. And Grand Blue. Oh, I like that price too. I've never played either of these games, but I got card backs for them. There should be some other ones in the shop though, so we'll go back to the shop. Oh wait, I forgot the leaders button is in here too. 2,800 rupees. Oh, for the full set. 500 each if you want to buy them individually. So we got Selwyn set, Forestcraft, Latham sets for Swordcraft, Erasmus set for Runecraft, Forte for Dragoncraft, Mordecai for Shadowcraft, and Vania for Bloodcraft, Garuda for Havencraft. So we got Forte instead of Rowan, which is good because I find Rowan to be dreadfully depressing. So I'll probably buy her at least, just so I don't have to play with someone so depressing. Or 2,830 bucks for the entire pack, it's a little much. I also wanted to save some gold for Take Two, but we get 3 free Take Two tickets. So I think I'll invest in Forte right now. You're about to switch to the Dragoncraft Leader Forte. I would hope I could choose them manually. Don't tell me you can only have one at a time. That would be ridiculous. Not that one. This one. Oh, here we go. Change to Rowan. Alright, scared me for a second. Any specials in the shop? No specials. I thought there were going to be more sleeves than that, but I guess we only have the free ones for now. Let me just double check the patch notes real quick, see if I forgot anything. Alright, I'm back. The other thing that I skipped over entirely was new story mode chapters. I forgot to check. I'm not going to play them right now, but just to see what the rewards are. I thought we were supposed to get 2 chapters, but we only got 1. Weird. And reward is a card ticket. Card ticket? Card ticket looks different than that. Card ticket's silver. Can't see what it is though. It does only have 1 though, so maybe it's just they used the wrong icon? Yeah, because a card ticket looks like this. The other one's just a card back. I'm not sure what it means. I'll figure that out later. Actually, hold on real quick. I will skip to after completing one of the chapters just so I can report back what the icon is for. Be right back. Just wanted to pop back in and say that this is a nice little addition. They've added the stats for minions right under the monocost, making it a lot easier to see what it is without having to click it twice and read up here. Nice change. Well, I'll be back. Well, I'm back, and it looks like it is a sleeve. It's just the default sleeve representing a free sleeve. So I guess it would be a different one for each class.
I did it! I won!
We'll just take a look at just this one for now. I'll unlock the other ones later. Also, it looks like there are 2 chapters. I just forgot it doesn't show it until you do the previous ones. The reward is a Take Two ticket for this one. Alrighty. Let's go check out that card sleeve. Let's see. Forest Craft. Sleeves. That's a lot of sleeves for having just unlocked them. Oh, you get a sleeve for the heroes as well. That's cool. Forest Craft. That's what I really felt Hearthstone was missing, was just basic sleeves to represent each class. The last thing we want to check out is Take Two, which is ironically called Arena on the bar. I don't think I'm going to have enough time for this. I think I've recorded enough for one video, and I should be wrapping up soon anyway, so maybe we'll just do a draft and then I'll decide whether to put this on this video or the next one. Use a ticket, enter. In Take Two, 2 pairs of cards are displayed to you. Put 1 in your deck, discard the other, and repeat. Once your deck is full, you will battle 5 other Take Two challengers. The more you win, the better your reward. That's kind of weird. I wasn't expecting it to be like that. I was expecting them to give you like 5 cards to choose from, and you would pick 2 out of the 5 or something like that. Maybe 4 cards. But picking a pair out of 2 pairs is kind of a little more limiting. Oh, 1 of 3 classes to choose from. Swordcraft, probably. Shadowcraft is too reliant on gold cards. I'm not sure how the system works, whether it's like Hearthstone and you get choices based on rarity or what. We'll just go with Swordcraft. It's more like a general use minions type of deck to begin with anyway, so it should be good.
I'll start preparing.
Interesting. This class has cards that summon other followers, such as 1/1 knights. These followers are officers, can be strengthened by commanders, play them alongside to gain advantage. It's different than the class description.
Want to do something together?
This class can have powerful necromancy by spending shadows add to your total whenever it casts spells or one of your followers' amulet is destroyed. Oops, no! No, I didn't mean select! Why is the back button way up there? Whoa. Whoa. That's a choice. I forget what these ones do, they can't be that good. Give Bane to all followers, meh. Gain +1/+1 ward and Bane with 4 necromancy. That's not too bad. 4/5 wits bonuses is kind of overstated for 4 mana for this game. But I think Mordecai the Duelist and Lord Atomy. Mordecai is kind of expensive, but Lord Atomy can be 0 if you have 4 cards in play. Probably not going to happen in Arena, but I don't know. Necromancy 6 for a 3 mana card that's barely well statted. I don't know. We'll go with this one, just because the cards are better just by themselves. The other ones are better for mana curve, but they're a little bit underwhelming. White Knight is probably good though. I just never use them. Okay, that's pretty much the entire end game dealt with. I got 5 and 8 or 6 and 2. Necropolis Queen isn't really good for constructed, but she might be good for arena. She draws a card whenever something dies on your side. Thero form is garbage though. Dual hand, gain 4 shadows. Soul Grinder, meh. It's Ward and Bane, but we already got 2 8+ cards. We need cheaper stuff, and this isn't really a 2-drop, so do we want a okay 5, or do we want a pretty good 6? Oh, we'll go with Dual Hand. It's better statted, it doesn't draw your cards, but this one's more like a win more card anyway. Undead King and Dual Hand, or Deadly Widow and Hell's Unleasher. Necromancy, gain +2/+2. 2/2 is not terrible for 2 mana, so we definitely need some early game. Spectre and Whites, deal 1 damage whenever anything is destroyed, or 1 and 5. Whenever an ally follower is destroyed, restore 2 defense to your leader. Stats are okay. Well, we need more early game, so we'll go with the 2s. Undying Resentment is good. Skeleton Knight, not that great, but it does have a death rattle. Summon a 1/1. Apprentice Necromancer and Spectre. That's good too. Necromancer requires shadows though. 4 shadows, so you're probably not going to get much out of it on turn 3. We'll go with these guys. The 2s are looking pretty good. Impious Resurrection is give Death Rattle, destroy non-follow and summon a Lich. It's not really good unless you have a lot of tokens in your deck. We do need more 3s, but I think these guys are a little better utility. Cloud Chorus, no. Gilgamesh, we got tons of late game already. Lizard Man is an evolve, which is good. Keen Enchantment, not so good. Although it might help a little in certain trades. We'll go with these guys. Rabbit Necromancer, good. Highway to Hell, no. Orcus. Are these shadow cards? Oh, they are. I thought these are Bloodcraft for a second. Orcus, late game, we don't really need. Necromancy 4, restore 4 health. This is why picking 2 pairs is worse than picking 2 out of 4. I would rather pick the Rabbit Necromancer and the Apprentice Necromancer, which I just realized they have both Necromancers. I'm gonna have to go with this. At least they'll be playable at any time. Burial Grounds, usually good, but I don't think we have that many Necromancy cards. Deadly Widow is a very high Necromancy cost. Yeah, so we only got the one Necromancy card so far. Not, yeah, that's 6, and that's the only one. Alright. Destroy an amulet. Summon 2 2/2s, I think. Dual Hand is just basically a Yeti. Might as well get this one. Maybe we'll draft more Necromancy cards. Untitled Resentment is good. Guilty Courier. Whenever an ally follower is destroyed, gain +1/+0. Not generally good, but this is a better pair than this one. Ethereal Form is garbage. Deadly Widow is not so great, but this is more high cost stuff. You don't need that many 2s though. What we need is mid-game. So we'll go with Dual Hand. Whoops, I meant to pick up Select. Call of the Void. Necromancy, I think? Yeah, summon a zombie. Lesser Mummy, Necromancy to gain Storm. This is a high cost card. Deal 4 damage, not that good of an effect. So we'll go with this one. Put our Burial Grounds to use. No, no. Okay, okay. Go with this one. That's not bad. Gravewalker does what? Summon a zombie. That's not bad. Wait. With this many 2s, we're gonna need card draw. This is probably the better pair overall, but I need this for curve. Cerberus. They really throw out those legendaries. Cerberus and Phantom Howl. Both good cards. Ghoul's Banquet, not so good. Gabriel, pretty good. But we need mid-game, and these are both good cards. Current reward. I don't know what the rewards are, so... Oh, you can create a deck code right from here. Alright, so we got 2s coming out of our posterior. We got a slight curve, a lot of endgame. So the game plan is basically going to be play quickly and then try to get some good 3s, 4s, and 5s. We need to build up a good board to carry us to the late game, where we will have Mordecai, Soul Grinder, and Lord Atomy awaiting us. Hopefully we could combo Lord Atomy with something like Phantom Howl. Summon a ghost, repeat for shadows or until your area is full. So you can play Phantom Howl, deal a little bit to the board, leave 4 things on the board, and then play Lord Atomy for free. That's pretty good. Cerberus will put cards in our hand. Skull Cradle will put a card in our hand. It should be pretty good. It's just getting through the mid game might be tough if we draw too many 2s, or if we don't get enough to carry us into the late game. Because we can't really play full on aggro, the deck will run out of cards too quickly. But I'm not sure about the drop rates for the different rarities, so maybe getting a bunch of legendaries is pretty common. We'll see. I think I recorded more than a half hour though. So I will pick this up next time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good night.